My Dragon Friend, a wild island adventure. A Project Gutenberg remix. One day while walking outside in the rain, I met an alley cat, and believe it or not, this cat did talk. We had quite the chat, me and this cat, so I invited her home. However, my mother didn't like that, nor did she like the cat. She gave me a good scolding and told me to get rid of the cat, and that was that. So I went out for a walk with the cat. I intended to leave her someplace nice, warm and dry. Then the cat asked, "Have you ever been to Wild Island, and if not, why?" "It's a magical place. Why don't you go? At least until your mother is in a better mood. You'll see all kinds of incredible animals there and make new friends." I thought to myself, what a great idea, and asked, "How do I get there?" There is a ferry, but it seldom runs. The only way on or off that I know is by flying with the friendly dragon. On his back is the way to go. And so I went to visit the animals on Wild Island. Why not? You only live once. The cat couldn't come, she was scared of heights, so I said, "Goodbye, and I'll see you in a fortnight." Wild Island was such an incredible place. Let me tell you all about it, face to face. First, I met two pirates who were smuggling cranberries from the island. They asked me to stay and help, but I didn't like their looks, and so I kept walking on up the river valley. I was soon very sleepy, and so I took a nap under a beautiful apple tree. When I awoke, there was a huge rat staring at me. He said, "Come, come, follow me." And so I did. The island was full of strange plants and animals, exotic species, plants with mouths, birds that couldn't fly, so many odd things. I met these two boars. They welcomed me to their island's shores. These tortoises told me they were 300 years old, and on Wild Island had never once ever been cold. This baby tiger asked me where I was going. I said, "Wherever Wild Island's wind is blowing." So he took me to see her family, and they all agreed to accompany me. I continued walking, and the jungle grew thick. I was soon completely lost, but I wasn't afraid. I really didn't give a toss. It was an adventure. I was the boss. I was enjoying all my animal friends. Lost on Wild Island, a place where fun never ends. I did have one unfortunate encounter. I met a rowdy rhino who tossed me over her shoulder. But I was okay, and she then apologized. She had thought I was one of those pesky Wild Island giant flies. I came upon a lion who pretended to be brave. I told that lion, "Be friendly," and he immediately began to behave. We became great friends, this lion and me. He showed me how to comb a mane and how to kingly be. It was getting dark, and I needed to get home. I was sure my mother was now in a better mood, and I didn't want her to worry or moan. I asked a cougar about the dragon ferry, and he told me to go ask Jerry. Jerry was a giant gorilla. All day long he ate large strips of vanilla. Jerry told me which way to go and offered some monkeys to help me get there. There were 6 monkeys and boy. Were they loud? But they gladly agreed to help me and their friend, Jerry, and get me home by way of the Dragon Ferry. On the way, I saw some really interesting bugs. I put one in my pocket for when I got home as proof of this island I had roamed. The monkeys loved using my magnifying glass. Not one of them gave it a pass. We soon came upon the big river that we had to cross. How to do so, I was at a loss. Then one alligator came up and said, "Climb on our backs, we'll get you across. Come one, come all. On this river, we alligators are the boss." So we all got rides on the alligators' backs. On the other side, I found the dragon waiting there. I untied him, and soon enough, I was high in the air. Goodbye, Wild Island. Goodbye, my animal friends. Till we meet again. The end.